Look at this bright, fully stocked grocery aisle. It looks like a consumer paradise. Dozens of strangers have been locked inside this exact environment, with endless food and $250,000 on the line. The rule is simple: the last person to leave wins. This diagram illustrates the paradox of their environment. The physical resources, the water, the boxes of food, are virtually infinite, yet they are trapped in a strictly zero-sum game. A single, indivisible cash prize sits entirely in one person's column. Every other contestant leaves with zero. Faced with that zero-sum reality, the weakest players exit immediately. Rather than endure a grueling, months-long standoff for a fraction of a chance at the money, several contestants trade the long game for the immediate gratification of filling a cart with free groceries and walking out the door. The survivors who stay behind rapidly divide into tribal factions. Within days, they claim specific aisles, build physical fortresses out of product boxes, and form tight alliances to protect their turf from the strangers across the store. Because the shelves provide endless calories and shelter, the threat here is not the elements. Surviving this environment relies entirely on outlasting the people sleeping a few aisles over. Since you cannot starve your opponents out of a fully stocked supermarket, the competition enters a phase of intense tribal warfare. To eliminate the competition, they must systematically break each other psychologically. The first weapon they deploy is sleep deprivation. Realizing that the older contestants and a pregnant woman need peace to survive, a rogue faction begins manufacturing relentless, banging noise in the middle of the night to target their endurance. Soon, they realize that actively destroying morale works better than hoarding supplies. One contestant deliberately steals the store's only source of entertainment, watching a bright orange basketball as it slowly rolls out of sight into the shadows of a dark trash bin. By eliminating the basketball, he engineers crippling boredom. Without a way to pass the time during the long days, paranoia and tension spread quickly through the rival camps. The warfare eventually escalates into total resource monopolization. Under the cover of a fake group ceremony, one alliance executes a highly coordinated heist to steal all 4 of the store's cooking burners. Without breaking a single rule, that one move renders half the store's inventory entirely inedible for their enemies. Even when placed in a physical utopia with abundant resources, human beings will artificially engineer scarcity and misery if the system rewards eliminating the competition. Active sabotage eventually hits a plateau, giving way to a more potent equalizer: extreme isolation. As weeks turn into a month, emotional deprivation takes over. Contestants lose track of the sunlight, stare blankly at the exact same fluorescent aisles, and miss crucial time with their young children back home. This diagram shows how the organizers accelerate that passive attrition. The physical space is abruptly sliced in half, with one side turning completely black. The remaining contestants are forced into a smaller, claustrophobic box, while simultaneously being offered calculated cash buyouts to quit. The combination of severe confinement and a targeted $35,000 exit offer successfully breaks the resolve of nearly everyone. Dozens quit, leaving a final group of just 4 men. These final 4 represent a state of total endurance. They have proven their willpower will not break under financial temptation, environmental stress, or emotional separation from the outside world. By day 67, the surviving microsociety hits a quiet equilibrium. The final 4 are apathetic to the boredom and immune to any remaining attempts at sabotage. Their mindset has hardened into pure persistence. They tell the cameras they are prepared to stay in the grocery store for years, effectively breaking the current game mechanics. That forces the architect of the experiment to step in. MrBeast enters the store to dismantle the zero-sum game he created. This diagram illustrates the rule change. Originally, 4 adversarial dots competed over a single node for $250,000. Now he introduces a cooperative win condition. The prize quadruples to $1 million. To win, the dots must connect to consume a restocked store. The sociological reaction is instantaneous. After 2 months of bitter tribal warfare, the hardened enemies immediately agree to become teammates. Human capacity for cutthroat sabotage or utopian cooperation is directly engineered by the rules, incentives, and structure of the environment we inhabit.